Your Excellency, if I may.
Yes, Professor?
Yes, bestie?
I think the witness's last, expertly phrased statement should perhaps be added to his formal testimony.
Father, what are you
Stop
doing?
Stop stealing my spot.
I will grant the defense's request. Many Memo-san, you will supplement your formal testimony with the aforementioned statement. Well, nihilism is the foundation of many Memoism.
What?
I'll gladly prove that my words are meaningless.
Wait, you're a nihilist?
Has nihilism even been like
no
popularized yet? Like it's like still it's 40 more years until Nietzsche.
Yeah, like what are we doing here?
When was Kierkegaard around? I need to Google this real quick.
Yeah,
sorry, this is a huge tangent.
This is a tangent that I'm actually interested in also. He hates people. That's not what nihilism means, Cookie.
So Kierkegaard died in 1855. So nihilism was an established thing by now, as was existentialism. Okay. The father of modern nihilism wasn't around yet.
Had Japan heard of it?
I mean, this guy's obviously a well-read if he's a journalist.
I guess, but they literally just travel, or no, at this point, I guess they are trading with the English. Yeah, it would have made its way over at some point.
They have the Japanese UK friendship treaty and whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it's possible. Yeah, they would have heard of it. Okay.
Really? You didn't set foot inside the hut at all? Are you quite sure about that?
I do see some footprints. Would those not be... I mean, we can't prove that those would be his, though, right?
No. It'd be very easy for them to just be like, well, it could be anyone's.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you may have the wrong impression of me.
Right.
We're talking about a murder scene here. My nerves were stretched to the breaking point already.
Right.
Oh, I see. You were scared? Maybe I did have the wrong impression.
Wow, Susato, chill!
Susato, chill.
It was all I could do to stifle the scream and hold my hand steady enough to slip to short.
You really should have summoned help before thinking of your camera.
Many Memoism and humanism don't always agree.
Alright, dude.
And most of the time in those instances, many Memoism comes out on top.
I want this man hung by sugar.
As a sculptor of stories, sometimes I have to be cruel for my art. Yes, that's spot on.
Surely he's making all this up.
Surely.
Is this bitch for real?
Okay.
I know exactly what to do.
So I've pressed everything now.
Yeah, so you have a new statement. Usually new statements are what you have to present on.
Let's see. Okay, so the statement here is that he never set foot in the hut or spoke with the white woman.
Yeah.
This is nothing. Yeah, because the story never got published. Do we know where he was looking from?
I mean, look at this
Oh, so he must have been by the mannequin over at the top left.
Well, that's a chair, not a mannequin.
No, that's the
top left.
That's where she has her dress. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the footprints aren't anything. Like, they can't be.
Is this anything?
Hey.
I don't think that's anything yet, though.
Oh! Wait! Wow! His fucking little... Okay, I understand. When he licks the pencil...
Old habits die hard.
I understand.
I understand.
I understand everything. Okay, so I have to prove that he either set foot in there or spoke with her. Somehow. How would I prove
I believe
that?
he's dabbing in that photo.
No, not that one. That's a different one. She's not dabbing. He's
Yeah,
not dabbing.
Sort of. But I don't know. He precedes it.
Proto dab.
Okay, there was this. The reservoir is empty. This isn't anything, because that doesn't prove that he was in there.
How boxy her butt is.
Yeah. Also, is this whole hut just, like, open? Because, like, that's the sky and the ocean in the background, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, the
it's
door in
literal.
the front is pretty big, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I imagine there's curtains you can pull down.
I don't know. Mia, give me a hint.
I guess just try to consider the geography of the hut.
Well, you never set foot in the hut. So he said he saw the whole thing. He saw her come in. But I mean, that doesn't mean that he would have to be inside.
Maybe examine the pen again.
Is it the pen?
Because you have new information now, right?
Right. His DNA has got to be all over this pen, by the way. Well, nothing's like...
If he's slurping it all the time.
Yeah, nothing looks like it's been updated here. Oh, wait. I mean, there is that smudge on his hand.
Look at the emblem on it again, like at the base.
Does he have that on him?
Look at the newspaper.
Oh. Wait, I've hit the wrong button. I'm so awake. And also hungry.
Oh no. Can you get a snack on our break?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's literally the emblem right there.
On his little sleeve thing.
So the pen is the evidence, then.
Yeah, I think you just need to connect it to that. There we go.
Got it.
Many Memo-san, until now, I've had a firm belief that newspapers are in the business of uncovering and publishing the truth.
You're spot on there. The press don't lie, which is why I'm proud to wear the emblem of the Show You News on my arm.
Thank you for
Look at it.
Thank you for showing that to everybody.
Look at it.
In a way, that's more many memoism.
Sadly, though, it seems the journalists who write for those papers don't always share the same passion for the truth.
What? What are you suggesting with those recriminatory, wow, words, counsel?
Manu Memo-san, do you recognize this fountain pen?
He's sweating.
Oh.
He's wet.
This pen was found at the scene of Miss Brett's death. In fact, the murder victim was gripping it in her hands as she died.
What are you?
If you look at the barrel of the pen, you'll notice that its owner's initials are engraved here. R.M.
Oh. Yes, thank you for bringing that up, counsel. The initials of the accused, Raymond Bami.
Is it a coincidence, I wonder? That your initials are also RM.
No!
Write in many memo. RM. Write in many memo.
That's all shit. Can't you see? One of the central tenets of many memoism is being a pencil user.
Oh yeah, I so believe you.
Doubt. And yet, as the court will clearly be able to see on your right hand, there is a very obvious blue ink stain.
It would appear that you must have rather carelessly left it somewhere recently. Your favorite fountain pen, that is.
Aussie Ostong.
I don't like this.
I don't like that either.
Many Memo-san, is it not the case that before she died, you met with Giselle Brett at the beach hut?
Why should we listen to this absurd nonsense? It's nothing but another excuse.
Exactly. So you news will stand behind me all the way. I deny everything. There must be as many people with the initials ORM as there are stars in the night sky.
Well, no.
The defense has neither the time nor the inclination to count every star in the sky.
Huh?
Oh.
She looks so smug.
And there's no need anyway, because this pen has more to tell. Yes, there's another clue. A clue that undeniably proves who its owner really is.
Get fucked.
In that case, counsel, the defense will now show the court where this alleged clue lies.
Alleged. Of course, Your Excellency.
Well, it's the butt.
The booty of the pen.
The booty of the pen.
As well as the initials, there's also an emblem on this fountain pen. An emblem that you will, of course, recognize. Many memos said.
Goodness me, it's the emblem of Show You News.
We show you news.
Oh, yeah, I get the name now.
In other words, the owner of this pen is an employee of the Show You News, whose initials are RM.
Who do we know like that?
Is he in the room right now?
I don't know.
Suddenly the stars in the night sky don't seem so numerous, do they?
Wow, what a raw line!
Get him. Well, Mini Memo-san, how do you respond?
No.
Get fucked,
What are
idiot.
these little pants. Little pants.
Order. Explain yourself, witness.
Huh?
So, this is how the mighty Supreme Court works, is it? Using coercive tactics to have well-meaning citizens reveal harmless secrets?
I've used nothing but honest tactics.
It's true.
Alright then, fine. I won't try to hide it anymore.
I like how often characters are like, oh yeah, so I lied. Is this how the court works? You're just gonna be mean to me?
Yeah. Bully me? Bully me on my birthday?
On my birthday and I have glasses? Damn, okay.
Yeah, not long before the grim tragedy unfolded. I, a Show You News reporter, on behalf of the public, conducted an interview with the white woman.
Sorry. My
I
bad.
misspoke.
An interview?
You never mentioned this before.
When exactly was this?
As I said, it was before that evil little student girl showed her face in the hut. It couldn't have lasted more than 2 or 3 minutes. That's all. It was just a brief exchange.
Enough time to bury a knife in her back, I would say.
But it came to nothing. And as we many members say,
Moist.
Many memoists.
many members, the people don't pay their dues for unworthy news. However insignificant you deem it to be, this court cannot overlook the meeting between yourself and the victim. You will testify now under oath about the precise nature of this meeting and what transpired. Got it. Yes, all right, but on one condition.
Hey, bro, you don't get to set conditions right now. Condition.
In all good conscience, I couldn't speak out alone about this.
What?
You need to call back the earlier witness, Soseki Natsume-san.
What? Why?
Soseki-san.
Oh yes, according to my notes here, that man has a secret of his own. And brace yourselves, because it's not an harmless one. It's big.
Okay. What?
What?
Many memoism states that one man's secret is every other man's front page story.
Hey, dude, that sucks.
Very well, I will grant the witness's request in this instance. Officer, summon the earlier witness back to the stand.
Soseki-san. Hiding something?
Secrets?
Secret?
Lying?
Telling lies?
He's back to being twitchy.
He's so nervous. The spirits are following him.
Oh, I asked the English woman for an interview, but she declined. So I left the hut without making a fuss.
Got it.
Then, watching secretly from outside, I saw the woman being stabbed and the other witness coming running. The detective realized the victim still had a pulse, so he ran off to fetch help. That's when this writer man here asked the woman a very significant question.
You okay?
You good?
You good, bro?
Are you dying?
Are you dying?
But he didn't say anything about that in his testimony, which is why many memoism demands I reveal it now.
Oh, this guy's the killer. He's just pulling everybody else into his shit. I have to deflect.
You mean to say the victim?
The victim regained consciousness?
Well,
And when she did, you decided to ask her a question?
that's, true. Yes.
What's dying like?
How does it feel?
I love how this game is period accurate to like Victorian era novels by just writing stutters with a comma instead of hyphen like we do nowadays.
Yeah, that's really good.
The same thing with instead of writing sigh, they write ha.
Yeah, I did notice that. That is a very like I feel like that's a distinctly Japanese thing. Honestly, you see that in like in manga a lot and stuff.
Janet Sue wrote this really good blog post talking about how they like the localization team read like a shit ton of Victorian era novels to get the style down, to make sure that they weren't using metaphors or turns of phrase that didn't exist at the time. Which is really cool.
That's really cool.
He did, and that's not all. The white woman gave him a very definite answer. An answer that incriminates the accused.
Oh no! Many Memo, are you a secret European? This is preposterous! Why am I only hearing about this now? Why didn't he mention this before, you yokel hack?
It wasn't even a conversation. Yes, I did pose the withering white rose a question. I don't deny it.
I'll call her a rose.
But she could no longer speak. She was barely conscious even. Counsel for the defense, I expect a thorough cross-examination to be conducted here. The court must and will know the truth.
Absolutely, Your Excellency. The reporter is claiming that Miss Brett implicated Ray somehow? What on earth could have happened in that hut?
Murder.
Murder.
Did you know? Okay. You know what? Let's get more info there.
And Sasaki-san remained behind in the hut?
That's right, yep. All right, the friend here was a blabbering Rick, shaking all over from his head to his toes, mustache twitching, eyes bulging.
He's having PTSD flashbacks to his time in England.
To watching another woman get stabbed.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Except this time it's for real.
You don't know the terrifying troubles that you taunted me whilst traveling abroad. Back behind baleful bars. Be coming for me, surely.
I love that little pose. It's so funny.
He's diving.
That's all I could think. I felt as though I were gasping for air, drowning in a sea of cold sweat.
You. Poor Sasaki-san. His experiences in London have scarred him deeply.
This bitch has trauma.
That's so relatable.
Goes
to England once.
Yeah.
Gets traumatized for life.
Yeah.
As the world seemed to close in around me, I quietly recited a prayer to Amida Buddha. Eternal emptiness, empty eternity. The end is coming for me, surely.
This fucking guy.
No sutras are to be resound in my court.
What? Why?
None of that religious shit.
No religion allowed.
Separation of court and religion or whatever.
Church and court.
Yeah.
And now we come to the crucial part. That's when it happened.
Right. What was the question?
What question? What exactly did he say?
Well, now, you should hear that from the horse's mouth, I think.
Don't call him a Horus.
He's a man.
Don't you, Mr. Rider Man?
Mr. Rider Horse.
Does look a bit like a horse there.
Out with it, you yokel hack! What did you say to her? What did you say to the dying white woman?
Well, in truth, I've been catching crabs at the water's edge and building castles in the sand, you see.
Aww, that's...
Baby.
He's just a boy.
Well, the seaside's a place to be at leisure, I suppose.
Yeah.
For a grown man. But then all of a sudden, from that little beach hut, a young girl's panic-stricken cries for help pierced the air.
Ray.
I ran up the beach to see what was happening, to find the defendant leaning over the collapsed victim. As soon as Inspector Hosonaga saw Miss Brett on the ground, he sprinted off to get help. And then, just a moment later, I heard a faint moan. A moan from the dead English woman.
Yeah?
Yeah, they do that when they're dying.
Oh, I
I
see.
nearly jumped out of my skin.
But what did you ask her, Sasaki-san?
I asked her, who did this to you?
Uh-oh.
Don't protract this any longer. How did the woman respond? She didn't. She said nothing in response. But... When in the stand, you will answer the questions asked of you unambiguously. Now, without evasion or reticence, I demand that you amend your testimony.
Stop interrupting him.
Suck up!
Walk in, witness. I will.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, Miss Brett pointed a finger at the defendant?
Wait, hold on.
Fingy?
Can we see her point? No, we can't. Of course not. Why would that be in the crime scene photo?
Sasaki-san, is that really true?
Is it?
It's not easy to stand here and say this, but... When we first entered the beach hut, The white woman was sprawled out on the floor before us, with a student girl standing on the far left side of her.
Right.
When I asked, "Who did this to you?"
Is that bitch right there? Get her.
The white woman summoned her last ounce of strength to point a trembling white finger at the back of the hut.
White finger.
Which was, it can't be denied, in the direction of the student girl who stands accused today.
That is true. That hand appearing was the fucking funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
No.
You. Sasaki-san, why on earth did you neglect to mention this in your original testimony?
Yeah.
But, fiddlesticks, I say.
Sorry, you're doing so many back-to-back voices.
This is not a British court of law. You will respond in Japanese. Yes, of course. The white woman did point her finger towards the back of the hut, but...
Wait, hold on. Did he say that in a different font? No, he didn't.
It just had a quote marks around it,
Yeah.
I guess. It probably was in English and the Japanese
Yeah,
version.
I think so.
I was trembling, and she was trembling, and everything was a blur. And thinking about it, I feel as though perhaps she was pointing in a slightly different direction.
What? Wait, huh?
Actually, no, not slightly, in a very different direction from where the student girl was standing.
Bro, what?
Somewhere at the back of the hut, where no one was standing at all.
That's weird.
You mean that your memory of events and the direction in which the victim was pointing are both unclear?
Yes, that's it. Unclear. I'm very, very unclear.
Damn, this sucks.
Your Excellency, surely this proves the matter beyond all reasonable doubt. Yes, the woman may barely have been conscious, and yes, perhaps her finger wavered slightly. But there can be no doubt that this was an attempt by the victim to confirm the identity of her assailant. Why? Because as the court can see, there was no one other than the accused in the direction the victim was pointing. It is now abundantly clear that no one besides the accused could possibly have committed this crime.
I am inclined to agree.
Are y'all stupid?
And in the absence of any credible argument to the contrary, I believe we can now conclude.
Are y'all stupid?
Yes. No. No!
The headline's writing itself.
You know a guy is good when he goes,
Oh, not evil at all.
Dashing lawyers opes dashed. 92 point across the old page. We'll do an extra edition.
God damn.
He can't stop talking about how handsome he thinks Ryutaro is.
I know, it's weird, right? This is a serious blow, Susato. Unless we're able to identify the true culprit and substantiate our claim with evidence, the judge will give his ruling and the trial will be over.
But that's impossible, Father. We don't even know how the crime was committed yet.
Impossible though the task may seem, we have no choice. Do the impossible. See the invisible.
Row, fight the power.
Row, fight the power. We must think back over everything we've learned thus far. Somewhere in all those details, I'm confident we'll find the clue we need.
Ray gave us her account of how events unfolded in the defendant's antechamber before the trial resumed. She told us what happened at the precise moment Miss Brett was killed.
Blah, blah, blah. She got up and she had a knife in her back. Oh no.
Oops. Before collapsing on the floor.
Oopsie doopsie.
Ass out.
Ass out.
How could Miss Brett have been stabbed in the back in a beach hut that was empty but for herself and Ray?
I wonder.
Somewhere amid all the information we've gathered so far, there must be an answer to that question.
Sorry, 1 second.
Judge is eating Tostitos.
Yeah, Judge thought that Susato was going to take a little bit longer to...
It's time for my evening snack.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, I'm eating some empanadas.
I take it then that a defense has nothing further to add.
So, the Gallon Yokel student's luck finally runs out. I can't say I'm surprised. What happened?
It just cuts back to the judge, and he's like shoving food.
I thought you were gonna. Oh,
Oh shit!
shit! He's got like crumbs in his
I
beard.
did not have lunch today. I'm so sorry.
In that case, I am ready to deliver my final verdict on this matter.
The fuck? Sorry. Oh.
As soon as the line was over, I reached back into the package.
Mina, I knew exactly what you were doing after you. Yeah, I knew. For the
She's
bit.
going back. Oh god, it hurts. We're in trial.
For the bit.
This is a crucial turning point now. If I can't establish what really happened, it's Jover.
It's Jover.
Where was the real?
Or as they say in Japan, Jowarida.
Shut up. I know how.
How do they stab the victim?
I know it.
Well,
She was like, shit.
Your Excellency, I respectfully ask you to postpone your adjudication for the time being. Adjudication.
Please
What
postpone.
counsel?
Please postpone your education for the time being.
I gotta learn. The defense would like to present the court with an alternative theory.
Oh.
An alternative theory that can explain who the victim was actually trying to implicate with her dying gesture.
An alternative theory! Ha! None exists! Shut the fuck up, bitch.
There was someone else present at the scene who could have committed this crime.
What? Huh?
And the victim, Miss Brett, tried to reveal who it was to those around her at the time. By mustering all her remaining strength and pointing a trembling finger in the killer's direction.
This is fiction! Fantasy!
Very well. As you seem so sure of yourself, Counsel, I am prepared to hear your alternative theory. So, young Ryutaro Naruhodo.
Yes, Your Excellency.
You will present your latest theory to the court by means of this plan. At the moment the victim was stabbed, where exactly are you proposing the culprit was concealed?
Outside. Like right behind her, right?
Naruhodo-san would never give up. And I'm Naruhodo now,
Oh,
technically.
I see.
True culprit who fatally stabbed Miss Brett was concealed in this location here. Points.
You mad, Counsel?
You mad?
You're suggesting the culprit was outside the hut.
Whoops. What?
Order. But student lawyer Naruhodo-san Esquire, that makes no sense at all. You've just pointed to the exact spot where I was hiding to get my scoop snapped.
That's weird.
Oh,
Thanks for clarifying that, buddy.
Bitch.
Well, I didn't see any suspicious individuals loitering around. I can say that.
You fucking idiot! There was nobody else there. It was me all alone with my camera and the knife I had in my pocket.
So dumb.
Obviously, if the culprit had been outside the hut, there's no way that he or she or they, come on, could have stabbed the victim who was inside the hut.
Actually, prosecutor ouchie, there is a way.
There was a dude out there.
Yeah.
There was a man.
There was a beach
There was a
man.
googer.
That's what got her. It doesn't maul her, it just stabs her.
Yeah.
And, in point of fact, The defense can provide evidence strongly suggesting that this is precisely the way Miss Brett was killed.
You're bluffing! You're bluffing, you yokel!
Gotta stop with the name calling.
The defense's assertion is clearly too fantastical for the court to comprehend. You will need to give us more guidance, counsel. What piece of evidence corroborates your theory that the victim was stabbed from outside the hut?
This?
Different angle.
You can see. Oh, you can see a perfect little slit in the back.
Yep.
Oh, that's. If I have
Hut
to.
is a pussy.
Wait, shut up.
The original photographic print of the crime scene.
Yes, it's clearly visible in this print. The trace of the fatal thrust that was delivered from outside the beach hut.
The glory hole, if you will. Do you take us for fools? There's no hint of any such thing.
I'm not sure that everyone present would agree. Someone, at least, appears to have noticed what it is that I'm referring to.
He's wet.
Counsel, once again, I must call on you to be explicit for the court.
Fuck!
Where on this photograph is the trace of the stabbing, which you claim took place from outside the hut?
Where is it?
It's right here, you dumb bitch.
Counsel will refrain from calling the judge a dumb bitch. It hurts the judge's feelings.
You asked me to be.
Makes me sad.
You asked me to be explicit.
True, that one's on me.
Look closely just here.
I need you to.
Well, if you would use your fucking eyes.
I need you to swear. Fuck.
In the screen at the back of the hut, you can see the effects of a blade having been forced through the reeds.
No, I can't. I can't see any such thing.
It's true that the hut in question had 4 walls, as you'd expect. However, by parting the reeds, a knife blade could easily penetrate them.
We gotta work on our phrasing, y'all.
This is extraordinary.
That's crazy! Yes. Yes. The true culprit actually stabbed the victim from outside the beach hut.
Ah.
And of everyone present at the scene, there was only one person who could have done that. Only one person who was directly outside the hut when Miss Brett was killed. Right in many Memo-san. It could only have been you.
Get fucked, idiot!
No.
No!
No.
Arr.
No.
This preposterous idea leaves me almost speechless. Just look at the photograph again. The victim lies almost exactly in the center of the beach hut, does she not? Are we to assume, as part of this farcical scenario, that the assailant was a knife thrower?
No, of course not.
No, you fucking idiot! We're not?
If you recall the testimony of the defendant about the events just before the victim's death.
It's Fosh, but yeah, I know. We had this. I know. She was sitting and then she got up. A stool.
Have another look at the photograph. Look at this
Look at this photograph, please.
The slit in the reed screen would align perfectly with the back of a person who was sitting on that stool.
My word. So, in fact, the victim was
Killed while sitting on that stool by a stab wound to her back delivered through the reed screen.
Wait, then what about the poison? Ah!
Having been attacked, Miss Brett rose to her feet instinctively. But then, unable to speak, she collapsed on the floor in the middle of the hut. Before the defendant, Membami-san's appalled eyes.
Also, why?
And that, Your Excellency, is the truth of what happened on the beach that day.
I'm sure that's true, but why? And also the poison.
He's sleeping.
He's asleep.
By your silence, Memo-san.
He's like
Are you
He's like a bird. He's like a bird. Once it goes dark, it's nighttime, and it's time for sleep.
Oh, I take it that you don't deny the charge.
This is absurd! You do got little pants.
That will do. It would appear that we have a tacit admission of guilt from the witness. Accordingly, this court has successfully established the truth of this matter, which means the defendant, Membami-san, is innocent of the crime.
Wait, nobody's gonna object?
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, oh, really? For real?
I finally made him cave.
I must say, I've never been more proud. No, this can't be! The Ouchi clan can't... What of my growth of hope? It wasn't all an apparition. I can't accept this. I won't.
I see no reason for the continuance of this trial. I will therefore move to conclude proceedings by delivering my final
There we go. Like, come on, we can't be doing that.
Not yet.
Well, this is all very convenient.
The way you laughed, I thought you were gonna go, what are you buying?
What are you buying? This is how the highest court in almighty empire delivers justice, is it? Suppressing well-meaning citizens' freedom to speak and branding them as criminals?
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
What?
Shut the fuck.
But we've established that the victim was stabbed from outside the hut, through the reed screen walls.
And no one but you was in place at the time to have his hand on the hilt of the blade. It's a perfectly logical deduction.
So, your argument hinges on the location of whoever stabbed the white woman, does it?
I weren't standing there.
Well, it seems a little irrelevant now.
Irrelevant.
Where she was stabbed, how she was stabbed. It don't matter. I mean, whether she was stabbed at all makes no difference if you think about it. After all, this trial's already shown the whole thing hinges on something else.
Yeah. I was asking. Saseki's like, hey, who's back there?
Caravan Man, is that you? What are you talking about?
Brace yourself, little man.
Oh.
I'm talking about the fact that everything's changed.
Now that the Fire
Because
Nation's
of the dirt
attacked.
you dug up.
What?
Oops.
Enough obscurity. Explain yourself, witness. What's to explain? Oh, I'm talking with the poison, of course.
The poison.
Let's ask the professor for a comment on the situation, shall we? I understand that a deadly poison you were developing was stolen from your laboratory, correct?
Yeah, that's already in your newspaper, dude.
And it's been shown that this poison was administered to the victim, Miss Brett. Is that right?
Yeah. That is correct. The unusual constriction of the victim's pupils are a sure sign that this particular poison was used.
I see. So, presumably that means that the victim already had a poison in her body before she was stabbed.
Ah,
Uh-huh. Given that her pupils were clearly constricted, it seems highly likely, yes. If she had been dead already, the poison could not have circulated in her blood. Why are you still sweating? There we go. Get normal. Ah, how refreshing to hear the argument of a metropolitan mind. Shut the fuck up.
Metrosexual mind.
Precisely. It matters not a jot who stabbed whom and whose back and with whose blade.
matters a little.
It does matter. Because, quite simply, the white woman's life was taken not by the knife, but by the poison. But you have been asserting the complete opposite up until now, sir.
But that can be explained by the poison being on the blade, as I already...
Forgotten already, have we, yokel? During these very proceedings, the laboratory of the professor at your side assisted in proving that the blade of the weapon used to attack the victim had no trace of poison on it whatsoever.
Oh.
So let me get this down. The facts, as skillfully established by the defense in this trial, turn out to be a headline making a red herring. Is that about right?
She looks so sad.
Well. My back.
She got her back blown out again.
Don't say that.
Order. But where does this leave us?
Oh.
How, in that case, would the poison enter the victim's body?
Great question. There is an undeniably obvious answer to that. The lady most likely imbibed it.
You mean she drank it? Just say she drank it.
Yes, that's what I said. Have another look at the photograph here. As you can see, it makes me laugh. A bottle of carbonated water and a glass have been knocked onto the sandy floor of the beach hut. Yes, that's what it is. Carbonated water.
Soda.
The poison could have been slipped into either.
Somebody made Miss Brett drink it.
Well, what do you know? Look at those dashing eyes. This will make for a great front page shot. Hey, why the bewitching stare?
Are you coming on to me?
After all, I'm the last person you should be looking at.
Sir, did you stab a woman?
It would make no sense at all that I poisoned the woman, would it? I mean, that's been established already.
Yeah, but okay, but you're not denying that you stabbed her then.
And if she wasn't poisoned, that would probably...
I stabbed her, and that's why I'm innocent.
Established? What are you talking about?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. That's a little hard to believe, given the person who established it was you.
Me? What on earth does he mean?
Ooh, let me capture those wide eyes. This is prime press photo, this is.
Man, you're weird.
It would seem that this trial is not destined to end yet, after all. I hereby call upon the witness to give further testimony. That's great, it is. Let me get a shot of that magnificent beard, Your Excellency.
Oh my.
Not even gonna respond to it.
You claim it to be impossible that you were the one responsible for administering the poison to the victim. You will explain to the court in your testimony the basis upon which you make such a claim. I'm a Jano and I'm a man. No, I've never tried to run or hide from anything in my life.
Alright, man.
And I'm not about to start now, because that is many memoism.
For a brief moment, I thought I'd illuminated the truth, but it slipped right back into obscurity again. Just where is this trial going to take us?
So, I'm trying to think. Because, like, we do know that he was in there, right? Because of the pen. So he must have been in there. He had an interview with her, which was an opportunity for him to poison her, obviously. But that doesn't really explain... Oh, did he stab her to give himself an alibi then? Like, that's a crazy idea. Like, if she died from the poison and he stabbed... Yeah, but no. No, that's stupid. If that was his plan, he's dumb as fuck. Which he could be, because he's an Ace Attorney villain.
Oh yes, I stabbed the white woman, and it's that very fact that proves I'm innocent.
Great.
Because why would I have bothered to stab the woman if I'd already poisoned her? When I heard the student girl and that pompous white murderer arguing, it got my goat. If the courts weren't going to punish Brit for what she did, Someone else would have to see justice done.
Hey, man, you're still confessing to, like, attempted murder, right?
Yeah. So
I guess at this point, it's like, well, attempted murder is like a year.
What is-
versus like life or execution for death.
What is attempted murder? Do they give a Nobel Prize for attempted chemistry?
Does the Nobel Prize even exist at this point?
No. Probably
I'm
not.
gonna look that up real quick.
So you admit it then? That everything happened as I described.
Look!
Okay, yes, it's been around for 5 years at this point.
Look! He admitted it! He admitted
You admit it!
He admitted
That you were the one who stabbed Miss Britton.
No, that was
Oh, no, that's
Ryotaro.
Oh. Sorry. That you were the one who stabbed Miss Brett in the back through the read screen.
I thought you were also doing an Australian accent and I was confused.
No, I just had chips in the back of my fairy throat.
You can blame this miserable country of ours.
Oh,
Damn.
God, man.
A country that bows to the pressure of foreign powers and lets murderers walk free.
Alright.
He do be kind of spitting,
He do
though.
be kind of spitting, though.
What kind of future can a country like that have? An imperialist one, actually.
Yeah, not a great one, honestly.
They learned the worst lessons from their association with England.
Uh-huh.
Which was ratchet up the imperialism, ratchet up the fascism, you know, do some dumb shit. Though I will say, the fact that they allied with Germany in World War II was the funniest thing ever, because it's both sides being like, look at this stupid idiot thinking they're the master race.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's
Anyway.
why I did it. I did what our pathetic leaders didn't have the guts to do.
I killed Shinzo Abe.
Hell yeah, dude.
I blew Shinzo Abe's Beckett with the doohickey.
Hell yeah.
Built me a fucking gizmo.
That's what the camera is.
Blammo! Right in the back. Slap bang in the middle of that charming lady's back. I plunged the blade of sweet justice right in there.
Man, you need to chill.
The judge was like, holy fuck. are you
Yeah, I
kidding me?"
killed her.
Jesus.
As someone who spends his life seeing that the truth is told, I felt really awful about giving false information in my testimony before.
Yeah, dude, I'm sure.
But as it turns out, there was somebody else who had it in for the victim and got to her before me. That's right. You guessed it. That pretty little student girl. Now there's a woman after my own heart.
Okay, yeah, send her
Hey,
to jail.
Hey, man, she's 16.
Stabbing a woman wasn't enough.
Hey, man, she's 16. Calm down.
I think he should stay away from women.
She's
and
literally
children.
more than half your age.
Less than half, you mean?
Less than half, yes. Yeah, yes.
You're implicating Ray again.
She's the one who gave the poison to the white woman and ended her pitiful existence. And suddenly, snap! This journo here is off the hook. The argument is sound, certainly. If the witness had administered the poison himself, he need only have waited for it to take effect. Subsequently, stabbing the victim in the back would have been entirely nonsensical.
And therefore, he still did it, yeah. And therefore, this reporter had nothing to do with the poisoning. Yes, it's all quite logical.
That's right, it is. Logical and true. I'm glad you've all seen the light.
Bro, fuck off.
Justice at last.
This is unbelievable. And after I'd made so much progress in proving his guilt, is he going to get away with it now?
I hope not. I hate this guy. Yeah!
Slap.
Schlappies.
Lock in.
Think of Kazuma-sama and Naruhodo-san. I'm gonna say that whenever I need to lock.
Yeah.
Think of Kazuma-san and Naruhodo-san.
They never stopped looking for a way forward until the judge's final gavel.
Very well then, counsel. Proceed with what I assume to be your final cross-examination in this trial.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
That sweet, sweet final cross-examination music.
Let's hear it.